to the outside rein. So I'm having to like really kick my outside. Good boy. Good boy. Really having to kick my outside leg back and almost ask him for a little bit of broad bear while he's in stretch.
To keep him balanced?
Huh?
To keep him balanced?
Mm-hmm. And to keep that hind end as engaged as I possibly can. Keep that forehand as light as possible. And so, you know, whereas when he was fit, I could kind of get, good boy, I could kind of get a little over the front of him a little bit and kind of relax. And really sort of give his back up and allow him the freedom to, you know, really independently stretch that stuff out by, you know, releasing my seat from his back. I can't do that now. If I were to, you know, sort of lighten my seat, lift up off of his back slightly and lean forward, I'm putting more of my own weight on his forehand, which he is incapable currently of holding up by himself. So in a way, I'm like doubling down on a bad thing. So while I'm riding him around here, I'm making very, very sure that I'm riding, you know, somewhat defensively, you know, very far back. You know, somewhat forward legs, just so that I have something to stand on, you know, in case he does trip and fall. You know, it's kind of how you ride young horses when they're learning to stretch. You know, you want to be able to help them. Oh boy. Oh, it's so active. He gets so active through that downward transition in his back, like he kind of pops you up out of the saddle like jumping on him. But this whole thing's giving me a kind of a fun opportunity to work on something that I really didn't have the opportunity to work on before, and that's getting him as through in his upward transitions as he is in his downward transitions. Because you notice when I ask him to go trot walk while he's in stretch, he deepens in the bridle and lifts his back up and executes that downward transition very freely. When I ask him to go up from walk to trot while he's already in free walk, he shortens, screws his neck into his shoulder. Good boy. Lifts his, good boy. That was much better. That was much better. Now that was the best one I've gotten yet. That's kind of closer to what I'm looking for. I'm looking for him to maintain stretch and keep his back up and his top line long and his neck down. The way he does when I ask him to walk like that. Gets very strong in my seat. He comes to me as I sit down. And when I ask him to trot, the aid that I'm using is very much seat centric. I'm asking first with the seat, and I'm hoping for the response of him stretching up through his back in the same way that he does in the downward transitions, so that he can execute the upward transitions in a through and free manner that's relaxed and stretchy. So he never has to regain the stretch. He can just stay it. Because when you can school transitions, any transition, in stretch, in any amount of stretch, those transitions become lots and lots and lots better. You can strengthen them in a way that you just can't do when you've got a horse in a working frame.